Okay, this is just, I think this is the final slide now, this is just a summary of the things that have gone wrong in the past and telling you how to go about putting the assignment together properly. Okay? The first thing, if you break the rules, we won't mark it. Alright? We tell you it should be like this. If it's not like that, we're not going to mark it. If I tell you my assignment needs to be Arial, font 12, 1.5 line spacing, presented electronically, uploaded. If you turn up to me with a New Times Roman font 16 in a plastic folder with all the pages in different, I'll go, yeah, no thanks, and just throw it straight back at you. Okay? So make sure you follow the rules. The rules generally are the same for every tutor, but each tutor might say to you, for this particular assignment I want it presented like this, and they'll set it out how they want it presented. You make sure you stick to that rule for that particular tutor. But generally, these that I've been telling you today, generally these are the rules that you should be following, unless your tutor tells you differently. Don't forget that it's not just your tutors that are going to see this work. The way that we write assignments is, I'll write the assignment brief, I will then give it to either Dave or Paul or Rob, and he will then proofread it and make sure that the questions I'm setting you are the right questions. Okay, that's internally verifying the assignment brief. Once you've written your assignment and you hand it to me, I will mark it, award you a grade, let you see that grade, and then it will go to either Dave or Rob, or a certain percentage of your assignments will go to one of the other tutors, and they will check my marking and double check that I've marked you correctly. Okay, that's called internally verifying your assessment decision. We do that. Also, at the end of the year, we collect all of your assignments together and we issue them to an external verifier, somebody that comes from a different university, a different college. Will come here and check that A, the assignment briefs are right, and B, that the way we've marked them is right. So they will be checking our work, not your work, but our work as well. But if I've given you a mark for presentation to say it's a 9 out of 10 because your presentation was good, when your presentation was really bad, the external verifier will pick me up on it and say, no, I disagree with that mark. That shouldn't be 9 out of 10. It should be 1 out of 10. And your grade can go down. Okay? So bear in mind, it's not just us that looks at it. There's lots of other people that see it as well. One common mistake that we make, I don't want to diss the industry that I've loved for most of my life, but we tend to write as we speak instead of writing professionally. Yeah? You will write things down as you talk, and that's not good. Proofread your assignment after you've finished, and you'll see what I mean. You'll start reading it, and you read a textbook, and then you read some of your assignments after you've written them, and you'll see what I mean. There's lots of words in there you don't need to use. It says there, and this is an important aspect, and it's very difficult to do again, proofread your work after a certain time has lapsed from when you wrote it. Ideally, you would like to write the assignment, complete it, put it away for a week, and then come back and read it again. Because when you come back and you read it again, you'll go, what the hell did I put that in there for? And you'll start changing things again. If you read it straight away, you're still in the same mode of thinking as you were when you wrote it, so you're not going to do any good by proofreading it. So either put it away and proofread it a week later. If you haven't got time to do that, the next best thing is to get somebody else to proofread it for you. Write it and then ask somebody else, can you just read through that and see what it says, see if it makes sense to you, and get them to proofread it for you. Okay, so that's another option for you. Then hand it in for marking once you've done that. As I've said there, some tutors will allow you to have informal feedback up until the date of submission. So you can do task 1, bring it in, upload it, email it, whatever you want to do, and say, can you have a quick look at that? And we'll give you informal feedback. Yes, everything seems fine, or I don't think you've done enough of this, or you haven't mentioned that. Give you informal feedback. Only some of your tutors will do that, so it's a service that we provide over and above what we're supposed to. Okay, so don't demand it. If your tutor refuses to do it for you, tough. But it's what most tutors will try and do for you. Failure to reference properly will invalidate a result. You will see on the Moodle, when you upload your assignments, a message comes up saying that the work you've submitted is all your own work. By using this facility, you agree that the work you've put up there is your own work. A certain proportion, somewhere between 10 and 20% of each of your assignments, will get sent off to the software company for assessing for plagiarism. So if there's 20 of you give me your assignments, I'll just send 4 of them off to the company to get those assessed for plagiarism. If they get knocked back and say yes, this has come from such and such a website, this has come from such and such a website, and it happens too many times, then we just fail you. Yeah, this is just a point to try and make your grades better. We don't downgrade you for making an assignment difficult to read. If the information's there, the information's there. However, if it is easy to read, if it's well presented, if it's easy for us to find the information, then you're more chance of getting a proper grade, because we're less likely to miss the information you've put in there. Does that make sense? Yeah? You might have the information in there somewhere, but if it's dotted around all over the place and in a right mess, and we miss parts of it, then you get downgraded. Make it clear where everything is. Set it out properly. Go for the right presentation technique. Yeah, let us know exactly where the learning outcomes are covered. Okay, so there's going to be certain learning outcomes. Learning outcome 1, 2 and 3 is covered in this assignment. Make sure that it's clear from your introduction, from your main body and from your conclusion where those learning outcomes are. You don't have to write in learning outcome 1 is here. I mean, that's going a bit too far. But just make sure the headings will direct us to where the learning outcomes are. If the first learning outcome talks about management theorists, make sure one of your headings is management theorists. You see what I mean? Yeah? Direct us to where the information is. That way you'll get marked clearly and right the first time.